398, 499, oh, 500. Whew. Hey legends, how's it going? Just getting my morning workout in here. It's going to be a busy day. We had 2 weeks of torrential flooding. I didn't get out prospecting last week, but this week everything's down to an acceptable level. We're going to head out and we're working out because we're going to be busy. We're going to do a bit of fishing. We're going to hit a few inside bends, pick up some of those cons, and see if we can get any gold. Let's start the show. Check out this awesome bottle I found on the way in. It's got flat sides on it. This thing looks super old. I have no idea. It's got some lettering on it that's kind of embossed in the glass. We're going to put this aside. We'll bring it home and see what it says down at the panning station. But for now, behind me, we have a nice little inside bend. Comes around the corner, becomes an outside bend, and then there's another inside bend on the other side. We're going to come down there and then right around to the next inside bend, get some of those beautiful cobbles and see if we can bring some home and uncover some gold. So we're not going to be digging here, but I'm taking advantage of the slow water to show you guys the kind of cobbles that we're after. If you look, you can see the bigger cobbles, but all that beautiful fine gravel heavies that's caught inside it, and the water's not able to get rid of it. That's the kind of stuff we're after. So first thing we have to do is remove the cobbles, and then we have to go from there. Alright, so we're done with that first inside bend back there. This is the kind of stuff we were into. This is quartz. You can see the ironized veins going through it. That's awesome. But I'm going to show you an indicator of a good spot not to prospect. And that's these two veins. Number one is glass. We'll be removing this from the river. But relatively speaking, glass is not super heavy. But even lighter than glass, we found this clam. So when I was in that pocket, hoping that when the water was high, it would create a whirlpool or kind of swirl some gold in. When I start finding things like that, I know it's time to move on. So we're going to hurry up. We're going to do this inside bend here. We're getting a little bit late in the day, but can't wait to go home and see what we found. We've been at it a few hours between the planning and the fishing. Time to get moving, and we'll head back to the house.
Ba ba da ba ba.
Well, all right. It's actually been a few days. We processed all those cons through my sluice on a live stream on this Sunday past. Was a great time. If you guys ever want to come out and hang out on a live stream, I do them pretty much every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. That being said, we did a quick cleanup just to show everyone some gold. We haven't done the full cleanup yet, so we'll be doing that. And I've had that bottle soaking for a few days. We're going to clean that up, and we'll take a look and see how that looks. I'm pretty stoked. That thing looks pretty awesome. So without further ado, let's head downstairs to the panning station and see how we did on the gold and see what that bottle looks like. All right, so here we are down at the panning station. We've got our oil change pan. I'm going to throw the jet dry in here now before I forget later on. There we go. That'll keep our small gold from floating away on the surface tension. But just check this out. So I took the bottle, I soaked it for a couple of days in car wash soap and water, took it out, scrubbed it every now and again, and then I took a piece of steel wool and some tweezers and I scrubbed out the inside. Just look how nice that turned out. I think that looks awesome. So looking at it closer, it is a multi-sided bottle, and it says Menards Liniment across the front. So let's go ahead and do a bit of research and see what we can find out about this thing. Okay, so having looked around for a while, this is the best picture I could find to match up with the bottle that I found. Pretty awesome, pricing aside, because obviously the thing is not for sale. This came from the 30s, so that puts it right around the time that the mine that I prospect downstream from shut down. It's very, very plausible that an old-timer used this after feeding a trommel all day to soothe his aching muscles. Really, really, really cool. Killer find. And just check these bad boys out. These are ads that would have ran right around the time that this bottle existed. Look how vintage and cool and old looking these ads are. That just goes to show you the cool stuff that you can find in the creek if you keep your eyes open. Always a bonus when you're out and you find something even just as cool or cooler than what you're looking for. All right, that bottle was really, really cool. I have it here. I've got, I keep on my panning station here. We've got some really nice polished garnets, and these are polished Uperlites. Might figure out something to fill that bottle with if I can find a cork for it. Thinking maybe if I go to the dollar store and I buy a cheap bottle with a cork and I just toss the bottle and keep the cork, we'll have something to plug the top here. That'd be awesome. So anyways, let's get to the gold and take our magnet to our concentrates first, see if we have any magnetics. And it is my panning area, so I know I'm going to have some of it, that's for sure. Fairly healthy amount. We did pan some out on the live stream already, but there we go. Fairly decent amount of magnetics. We'll take our black sands jar here. I save all my black sands for processing later, just in case I catch any gold up in them. But anyway, there we go. So we'll save that bad boy for some later fun. Magnetics are done. And we're going to slide our panning station over. And I would have remembered, now that I'm thinking of it, to put the jet dry in, but we already did that, so we're good to go. All right. So from an earlier video, we know we have 1.28 grams of gold so far for the year from prospecting, which is well on track towards our goal of 2 grams. In fact, I think we should probably beat it fairly easily this year. Knock wood. So we will slowly pan this down. And I've got my snuffer bottle here. I'm just going to grab it as I see it. And we will be taking a weight and adding that to the 1.28 rather than having to do another weigh-in. It's just easier to weigh stuff as you go along. And maybe at the end of the year we'll get a final weight, which would be cool, just to confirm what our tally is and add it all up. And give that a few taps. Lots of pyrite, as usual. Been heavy on the pyrite this year, which is crazy. I did a couple of videos ago find that awesome pyrite nugget. Very cool. There we go.
You hear some of those chunkies on. I could have probably classified this if I wanted to, but we should be all right. Not too worried about washing away any nuggets from my prospecting area, that's for sure. We'll just move some of those heavier pieces down with our fingers if we have to. Really nice garnets in there as well. Cool. Yeah, it was a great day out on the creek. Nice and breezy. That's what I like. Keeps the bugs down. Been a terrible year for mosquitoes and deer flies and black flies, and everything wants a chunk of old ATC now. Tell you. And there is our gold starting to show through. So of course we'll be just that little bit more careful. I'll wash some of these heavies and pieces that are falling down, and I'm double checking as I do this to make sure we're not washing away any gold. And there's a little tiny piece of flour gold right there. Don't know if you guys can see that, but got it. It's ours now. A little tiny one there as well. All right. And that's why you have to be careful when you're washing back. A little tiny piece there. So from here on in, super cautious. I do at the end of the year take this oil change pan, and I'll pass that over my cleanup sluice. Maybe even once or twice. Just make sure that we get everything. You do work pretty hard for it out on the creek. Although it's very enjoyable, it is work. People say that it's not all about the gold. And they're right, it isn't all about the gold. But if it wasn't for the gold, I'd just be sitting at the creek on a lawn chair drinking beer all day. So we need that gold to keep things interesting. Still a little fleck down here. But yeah, we're starting to see a really nice golden smile up there at the top. Been some crazy things happening in the world over the last couple of weeks. Let me tell you, I try to stay away from watching too much of the news because it'll depress a fella, but you know, none of that matters when you're at the creek or you're out hunting or fishing out on the boat or what have you. That's why folks need hobbies. Keep you sane. Some nice big chunks of pyrite floating down if you consider pyrite to be nice. There we go. We'll get rid of some of these chunkies. I'm pretty confident in that swoop, so we'll get rid of them with the squirt bottle here. Make life easier on ourselves. Yeah, really nice smile of gold showing up there. Pound that through the back sands. I knew we'd do okay. We did have, excuse me, all that flooding happened, so that will get stuff moving, but I don't know if it washed away what was there, but, you know, we pan up and down the creek and dig up and down the creek and sluice up and down the creek, so you'll never get it all. Nature will see to that. But all right. Little bit of back sands, but nothing major. We'll get rid of that in the drying and stuff. Very cool. Okay, so let's turn our scale on. Make sure we're teared out. It does say 0, but we'll tear it again just in case. And there we go, and we will get a weight. So we know that we are at 1.28 grams so far, prospecting for the year, on our goal of 2 grams. And we will add to that exactly, oh yeah, 0.22 grams. That's an awesome, awesome day out. Oh, we got a little hanger in there. 0.22, I believe, though. I don't think that's going to move the scale. 0.22 grams. Really good day. I knew it was going to be after all that flooding and hitting that inside bend. Fantastic, fantastic day out. We will take that. So that puts us at exactly 1.5 grams on the year. That is fantastic.
Well, just like that, there you have it. Another great day out on the creek, and another great gold haul for the day. I know some folks get a lot more than I do, but I'm really pleased with what I have, and just being able to get out there and enjoy that creek on a beautiful sunny day like that, well, that's reward enough in and of itself. I want to thank all you legends for watching. Cheers, and we'll catch you guys on our next gold adventure.
And if you enjoyed this video, check out these absolute legends. And of course, a huge shout out goes to our channel members. You legends absolutely rock, and every channel member gets bonus entries to the Big Nugget giveaways.